Hello there, welcome back to another episode of World of Tanks with Ngani Titan. And I suppose at the start I'm going to say that this video is not intended for audiences of 13 years or younger, or younger than 13 years of age, because of the whole COPA thing. Now I'm going to put, you will have noticed that I've put this in my intro, and I will be probably putting it in all intros from going forward. But I have decided that I'm going to continue, that I should be okay. I will get into my reasoning. I will do a further video today on this topic, and I will concentrate on the game in this particular video. So it's World of Tanks, Sacred Valley. I'm in the Kraft Panther. Well, World of Tanks Mercenaries. Sacred Valley, I'm in the Kraft Panther. Sacred Valley War, I suppose, yes. And I'm in the Kraft Panther, and we're bottom tier. Whatever. It's there are tier 9s, I suppose there's enough of them, but there's enough tier 8s anyway to make a fellow cautious. And I don't have a top crew in this tank either. I'm training up a crew, so the whole plan is that the Kraft Panther 1C are almost ready to transfer to the HWK 12, which I have unlocked. Then I will use this crew on the Kraft Panther 1C and continue to cycle them through Kraft Panther 1C in a series of premium, tier 7 premium German tanks to build up a lot of skills, so that I'll have enough skills when I get to tier 8 to actually have a decent tier 8 game. At the moment, tier 8 is actually a pretty terrible place to be. I got a personal offer on the Samoa Nomad, and I had 3 or 4 games at tier 8, and I realised that there was 1 or 2 tier 8s in a tier 10, essentially tier 10 games. Practically wall-to-wall tier 10s. And that was no kind of fun at all. Now, only one guy on our team has gone over to the monastery side, so he's going to get wiped out. But he would make it easier at T44 if he pulled back a little, so that he'd force the enemies to expose themselves to our guns when they shot at him. Then we would be able to inflict at least a lot of damage, maybe even kill some of them. Now he's doing a bit better now, because he has pulled back a little bit, but the whole idea is not to try and shoot people himself, because he's just not going to, well, he might get the odd shot in, to save his shots for when they come after him, and sort of help us, but make sure that they're exposed to our guns when they try and shoot him. It still won't help him in the long run, because there's just simply so many of them. And you get ones like the Turtle and the SU-101, which are essentially sacrificing themselves, so the rest of them don't have to. So the SU-101 is finished. Doesn't matter what he's doing, bouncing off the T-44, because actually, if you retreated at the very beginning, just reversed up the hill, he might survive. He might have survived. He probably would have lost most of his health, but he might have survived. Conqueror just showed a little too much side there, but once he goes away from that, I can't see him, and then effectively he becomes invincible. It is actually a strong position over there, especially for tanks like the Conqueror. If they position themselves correctly, they're damn near invincible from this side, and they generally tend to win the gunfight. Now, so far, the only reason I think we're doing okay is that we have, and I think that's probably relying on the tank destroyer. I'm not too sure who's doing the actual spotting, but we are not in a position to, I'm not spotting it, so I'm getting no assistance damage at all. But generally, whoever outspots the other guy is actually the guy that wins. So the Conqueror here, that was totally unnecessary. I mean, he's got himself into trouble, and he's going to give me a load of a load of experience and free damage, because he's out there and got tracked on his own. But there was no need for him to go to the corner. There was no way he was coming down here, and in fact, there's no real need for the enemy to be in the monastery. As long as they can spot us in the back, they could stay slightly north of the monastery, and still, if they could see us, they can shoot us. I've had some great games in those locations on the other side. This isn't actually the best location because sometimes you can be spotted. You can be outspotted by other tanks from the monastery side that I wouldn't necessarily be able to spot. Well, the Conqueror has fallen out of view then, and once he's out of view, there's not much point really shooting at him. The T-32 still hold down. The Panther is just a one-shot kill if somebody just lands a high explosives around at him. Now, I don't carry high explosives in the Kraft Panther. I used to. But I found out that even against tanks like the Pantera, well, maybe not specifically, I don't know if I ever tried it on the Pantera, but even on relatively lightly armoured tanks, I found the high explosive round to be so useless as to just not do any damage. Right, so we've our backside shown to 2 tanks. I really probably shouldn't have stopped there, taking the risk. But the Ferdinand has to go down. It's the one to shoot at, because we all have a chance to shoot at him, and if everybody's shooting at him, we can take him out of the fight pretty quickly because his reload won't be that fast. I mean, I think he's fast enough, but it won't be that fast. Has he been tracked? I think he has. So I think he's pretty much cooked. His goose is pretty much cooked, and we have artillery as well tracking him. And we're starting to pull ahead as well now. We're up more tanks than the enemy, and there goes the Ferdinand, and the T-25-2 is already gone in that region. But now the situation has changed. At the end of that exchange, that was close. Now, I don't know whether he spotted me. Nothing went off. 6 Sense didn't go off. So that was just a random incoming round. I think that somebody was just speculatively firing. So I'm now going to become the spotter for the group. Now we know there's still a Conqueror up there. T-32 is probably still up there. I don't know if the Panther is still up there or not. And there's the 2 artillery. There's the 3 enemy tanks. So to the last known location, the 3 of them was all up around the monastery area. None of the enemy are pushing forward. So it's going to have to be up to us. There's just me and a heavy tank. I can probably a better view range than the heavy tank. We have another heavy tank in the centre there. The Panther has been spotted, but I think that's actually from the light tank to the north. And he is definitely engaged in that direction, and I don't have clean shots on him. He's not anywhere near the edge of the road. He's probably in a bit. So he's probably engaged against the light tank, and he's vanished from sight again. In fact, our light tank is retreating. I don't think that tank destroyer up the cap circle can actually shoot at the Pantera. So I'm going to push forward a little bit, see if I can see anything. Now, T-32 has been spotted, and the what do you call it? The Conqueror has been spotted. Reasonably good cover here. And somebody's just wiped out the Conqueror and knocked a big chunk out of the T-32, and I can back off a little bit. That drew the fire. They've spotted me, spotting them. And, well, the T-32 is going to have the problem now that he's the one in the open. He has advanced too far, you see, so he's going to be in serious trouble. So he's gone down to the low ground because he's not going to face me and the tank supporting me, and possibly not. Well, the artillery would probably still get him, and the artillery just did. So now I push forward, because as far as I can tell the way is clear. That Pantera's known location, the area above here at the monastery should be cleared. At least that's what I was thinking at the time. So off we toddle, and driving along, Pantera gets spotted. I get spotted by the Pantera, but he's engaged. He's actually blown away our light tank, and then he knocks a chunk out of me, and I fail to deliver it on return. So I drive up the hill because I thought I'm not going to sit there trying to snipe the Pantera because there's artillery in play, and the next thing I know, oops, I found him. I was definitely not expecting that. It was actually a really smart move on artillery's part. I don't know when they left their traditional camping ground up around B0, but B0A9, that area, but they decided to do it, and the two of them were well ensconced over there, and then the Panther blows away our whatever it is, T-34, and I was looking at this guy thinking, he's too static. He's got most of his health, he's got 1,000 health points. He should drive in on the Panther, use his armour, use the fact that he could take the hit, rather than sitting there, because what happened was gonna happen. The only thing is that I suppose the T30, the M4043 revealed itself probably by a tracer to our GW Tiger, which was obviously on the ball, and he just took out the enemy artillery, and then the Tiger managed to take out the Pantera. So that leaves us with the final result, which goes an ace tanker, 2,666 damage plus another 1,548 assistance damage. Got us an ace tanker, got us #1 by experience on a tier 9 battlefield. I've said this before, bottom tier does not prevent you from doing well in a game. You just need to get out there, keep your gun firing for as long as you can, and you will do well. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like, comment, share. It really helps the channel out. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.